Singles mingle flirting sequence. Flirting looks for similarities and differences, like the common ground. All right, so I'm going to get all non-romantic for a second and tell you what we look at from the counseling field. And what I want you to do is think about the theory. It's not rocket science, it's just theory. And then practice the skills, rehearse, get in the reps. People forget to do the reps. Master the information, make it your own, and move towards excellence. All right. So let's go with mirroring and leading and projective identification first. So projective identification. Ooh, that doesn't come out real smoothly. I don't really know her, and yet I tell myself I'm in love with her before I've even met her or know her deeply. I am projecting my own qualities onto her. Ooh, I like what I see. Well, shoot, in reality, dude, I see myself. I see myself in you. That might be a little too subtle for sexual tension, but you might try it out. There's a little bit of humor there. Anyway, you project your personality onto her, and then you fall in love with what you see. Dude, you fell in love with yourself. That is not romantic. That is projective identification. Mirroring's a little bit different. Mirroring is a way of listening to get and build rapport. I mirror their language, their body language, word choice, their pace, their breathing, etc. If I do it poorly, it's awkward. If I do it well, she starts to think, oh, this person is similar to me. Literally, just by breathing at the same rate that she does. Don't make it obvious. Breathing at the same rate that she does starts bonding us. Salespeople do this, and so do counselors. Not all, though. It helps us bond. If I can breathe the way that you are breathing, I can start feeling what you are feeling. I can start thinking how you are thinking. If I do enough of this, it's really a powerful bonding experience. So people like people who think like them or who are like them. These are my people. This enhances your chances of making the sale or sealing the deal in counseling, building rapport. Think about what that would do for flirting and dating. So we hang out, we buy from people that we trust. We trust people who are like us, people who have something in common with us. We can understand them, we can relate, it's familiar. All right, so early in the relationship, we seek common ground. So when you're flirting, that's what you start with. It feels good and safe and familiar to have common ground, at least at first, but it can be boring too. It can be confusing. I met someone and we knew almost all the same people, had many of the same hobbies, habits, background, and after about 5 dates, she said, yeah, I don't feel emotionally connected to you. Yeah, no doubt about that. We clearly did not have the same internal things in common. It was a poor fit despite all the external common ground that we shared. We got along just well enough, but not quite all the way. I tend toward a more intellectual approach. You probably figured that out. So I find women with large vocabularies and IQs to be attractive. One woman told me that she went to Harvard. I was immediately attracted. Cornell, Stanford, ooh. So I look for common ground. I also brand myself so they can find me. In my profile, part of my pre-flirting is letting them know that I like intelligent women. I might say it, or I might flex my vocabulary in my profile and signal it indirectly. They know what's going on. Here's how it might sound. Someone called me an ultra-crepidarian, and I thought to myself, a polymath maybe, definitely sapiosexual, but mostly demisexual. But I don't want to come off as rebarbative or irascible. Yep, I know what you're thinking. Pretentious, pedantic, and yet the signals reached the right people. Intelligent women came out of the woodwork. What were they doing in the woodwork? I have no idea. And they knew they could be themselves with me and not have to hide their light. They didn't have to dumb themselves down. They didn't have to pretend, and they loved it. If I had sprinkled malapropisms and neologisms in there, she would have called me out or avoided me. All right, so how do you signal what you want? Directly, indirectly. That's your assignment. Your mission is to send out your bat signal so you attract your people. Do it well and watch what happens. Here's another flirting technique or mindset to try on. Imagine thinking this about yourself in every situation you encounter. What would your confidence be like if you did this? What would be the harm? What would be the benefit in believing this about yourself? I am the most unique and attractive person she has ever met or is likely to meet. Once she gets to know me, she can't help but fall in love with me. She might not realize that because she doesn't give it a chance, and I feel badly for her for missing out. The poor thing is missing out. All right, You're saying that to yourself, so you're not being a jerk. You just realize your true worth and you behave well. You know that you're valuable. Even if she doesn't see it, you still have value. You lose your insecurity. So now imagine this. Imagine this compliment. Wow, you call out the best in me. Yeah? How do I do that? How do I convey to people so they realize it and want to hang out? Everybody wants the best part of them. I like myself when I'm with you. People who know me feel that way about me. Rehearse that in your mind. Say it over and over as if she was saying that to you. Think about bathing your brain in that message and how that would positively affect your behavior. I like the version of me when we're together. I feel safe, optimistic, limitless, like I could accomplish anything or nothing at all and be perfectly okay. I have this serenity that envelops me, hugs me when you're around. Aspirational goal here. I want to be the guy that she says that about. I want to be a better person so people say that about me. I want to keep growing and developing so that I offer this to everyone, not just the person I date or I'm in a relationship with. How do I practice it? Picture it. Practice seeing the picture, feeling the feeling. Over and over, repeat it. Watch yourself starting it, creating it in reality. Do the repetition. Do it over and over and over. Good, good. Now in the dating world, imagine if we were all better at dating. Imagine the impact of that. Not hurting each other, playing with integrity and respect, playing by similar rules, everybody understands what's happening. No guesswork, no mind reading. Thanks for listening, and please hit like and subscribe. It helps me spread the message of good, respectful dating and changes the culture of dating. If you want more resources, check out my website at voicecounseling.com.